best on the team. Blue faces busting out the scene. New life is something like a dream. Back out fresh on the scene. Franchise best on the team. Blue faces busting out the scene. New life is something like a dream.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ebony. Alright you guys, I know we have been talking about the Grammys all week, but there is some stuff that actually got released today that I wanted to share with you guys. So let's start it off. You guys know that people have been talking about all of the Grammy snubs and also some of the ins and out of the Grammy. Well, there is actually a new clip online that surfaced where the Grammys director is seemingly explaining how the Grammys voting process works. Not only does he say that there are no committees, but he basically says that it's based on opinion. Chill, what? Check this out.
Grammys. First, you have to understand the only way to win is to have the membership of the Academy vote for you. In order to be a member of the Academy, you have to be a professional working in music in the United States. For now, the United States. Hopefully we grow that. Right now, if you're a working professional in the United States, you can become a member of the Recording Academy. Once you're a member of the Recording Academy, all the music gets submitted, the members listen to it, and they evaluate it on the quality of the art. Not the sales, not the streams, not how many fans, not how many followers, but purely on the opinion. And it's very hard, as you all know, because it's subjective. There's no best song or best record. It's just the opinion of the membership in that particular year. That's how you win a Grammy. That's it. The voters vote. There's no committees. There's no journalists. There's no labels. It's music professionals voting for their peers. Period.
Thank you very much. That's clarity.
Now, after this hit the blogs, I saw so many comments about this, you guys, but I really liked Milan Christopher's comment. He said this: oh, so basically you saying if me and my girls don't like you or F with you, you can hang it up? Delicious, cause don't none of them fans, streams, number ones, or your talent even matter? Okay, I got it. So since we don't matter, our views don't matter or support either. And I agree. Isn't it so interesting how now the Grammys are saying that everything is based on opinion and also based on the art? And we're actually going to look at the Grammys bylaws because there seems to be a lot of inconsistency. On top of that, you also have Lizzo seemingly kind of exposing the Grammys while on IG Live with Saucy Santana. Now, Lizzo actually made the following comment that she actually voted for Saucy Santana to get a nomination for Best New Artist. So you mean to tell me people who get nominated are able to vote for nominations? Child, make it make sense. Check this out.
I'm not really doing anything on here. I'm actually probably about to get off soon. I just wanted to, I've been trending on Twitter and I had anxiety about that. And I was like, what happened now? What did I do?
Was it for the Grammys?
I think it was for Grammys. Come on. I nominated you, by the way. I voted for you. I put your name there for Best New Artist. And yeah. Currently working on a Grammy.
Yes, currently working on a Grammy. My fans be getting so mad, but I just be like, I just appreciate them. I'm just like, everything takes time. So yes. I don't like be like, oh my God. I just be like, it's coming. Like, I'm just grateful to even be a part of a conversation. And I only been rapping since 2019.
What?
Yeah, I started music in 2019. My first song, Walk 'Em Like a Dog.
Your first song was Walk?
No, my first song was Walk 'Em Like a Dog. I had a song called Walk 'Em Like a Dog first. It came out July 4th, 2019. And it ended up going viral on SoundCloud. It did like 1 million plays in a week. And so that's when I started like, oh, I guess, okay, I guess I rap that.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know I knew how to rap. I always was very smart, very witty, away with words.
Right.
I was the one you come like, they picking on me, go read her.
Right.
Like, so I always knew I had that, but it never gave like, oh, I know how to rap. I know how to put a song together. I know how to write a book. I didn't know that until I got in the studio. And I did, Material Girl was my second song that I had ever did. And that was literally me back just manifesting. Like, I'm like, ooh, now I'm a rapper. The song Material Girl was like what I wanted. Like, now I'm in a big penthouse. Now we got Berkeley.
And you
everywhere.
got Madonna on the remix, didn't you?
Huh? Yes. So Madonna came. That was this year. Madonna got on the remix this year. We performed it in New York for Pride. So I'm just like this. I be doing like I'm glad to be in a number.
So as you guys saw in the IG Live, Lizzo pretty much said she had voted to nominate Saucy Santana. Now we're going to get into a couple things, you guys, because it's obvious people don't understand the Grammys. For those of you guys who don't know, the Grammys now is said to be a peer-recognized award system. Artists and labels submit, usually other artists and music people vote. If we look at it from the realist perspective, it's kind of like a popularity contest. So let's get into it, right? Let's evaluate the validity of the Grammy Awards. Now let's look at the voting process in general, right? Now, according to the bylaws of the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, the purposes of the Academy are to advance the arts and sciences of recording. They want to foster creative leadership in the field of recording. They want to recognize, get this, outstanding creative achievement. I'm going to read that again. In the bylaws for the Grammy, it says verbatim that the Grammys wants to recognize outstanding creative achievement. So if we're looking at what the director just said about it doesn't care about the streams, it's not about the number ones, it's not about the fans. Well, all of those things are creative achievements. So all of those things should be considered when a person is going up to be nominated for a Grammy based on your bylaws. On top of that, through awards, the Grammy says this: they want to advocate for the interest of artists before policymakers and to foster and engage in study of the music industry. Isn't that funny? They say that they want their artists to speak out and advocate for the interest of other artists, something Nicki Minaj has done from the beginning. But that's not really what they want, in my opinion. When you actually speak out in defense of other artists, especially Nicki saying she wanted the voting process just to be fair, you get spanked. They basically blackball you because you're questioning people who already don't like you. So if we're following the bylaws of the Grammys, nothing that he said in that speech makes any sense. So if we are looking at the actual statement regarding recognition from the Grammy, right? Like I said, the outstanding creative achievement is the one that I feel gives Nicki a head start above anybody that was nominated, maybe besides Beyonce. For example, if the Grammys continues to operate in a way where there is popularity and also favoritism in their voting process, then their standards are simply an illusion, and the objectivity of the Grammys will be destroyed because it doesn't fit into the bylaws that they established when the Grammys first began. Now, this is pretty hard, right? Because the Grammys, they have so many other things to consider. There's the powers that be, there's viewership, there's just so many other mitigating factors to why the Grammys makes the choices that they make. But let's be very clear. According to the bylaws, the official voting process is as follows. The first round ballots and the final ballots of the Grammy Awards shall be casted by voting members. Now, this is subject to classification and qualifications under the Board of Trustees. There is no discussion of the quality assurance or the validity of the decisions of the board. And this is actually leaving a lot of room for fraud, in my opinion, allegedly. You have people, right, on the Board of Trustees, usually probably old white men, allegedly, who are sitting up there, okay, finalizing and approving votes about music they probably don't listen to. On top of that, they also use other artists for their viewership because, again, they are choosing their favorites. You guys know that BTS is always nominated. They always push BTS's award to the end of the show and end up giving BTS nothing because they know that BTS fans are gonna tune in to watch in the hopes that they do get that Grammy. And that does rub a lot of people the wrong way. So although you guys ultimately award shows, are out here, I really do think that at the end of the day, they're here because fans love to see their faves get recognized, right? We also like to see that people say, well, the Grammy doesn't matter. But let's be very clear. The Grammy now is almost like a stamp of approval. There is some passage to success in the music music industry. And if you have the Grammy, then that means you've been in the in crowd, right? You are now approved. But I think we're getting to a point objectively in pop culture where people are starting to understand that stamps of approval mean nothing without the way you came up and your contribution to music in general. If the Grammys is going to operate by their bylaws, then therefore this should not only be about opinion, it should also be about the streams, the records, the number ones. In the Grammy bylaws, it states to reward outstanding creative achievement. And so with a disconnect from the director in general and the voting body, you also have Lizzo nominating people. You can see why there is so much error. And in my opinion, like I said, it is a popularity contest, but I don't think that that puts any merit on what Nicki Minaj has done for rap. Nicki Minaj has met every single merit that there should be to have a Grammy. Not only did she help out with streaming rights, she spoke out about artists actually getting paid for streams. Nicki also spoke out about some of the things that happened behind the scenes to her as a Black artist. So I really do feel that we are at a point now where people are telling Nicki not to submit. But at the end of the day, right, I think it always brings us back to the same conversation. If urban media and urban music is tired of being misrepresented, why has there been a lack of action to create a platform and an entity that would serve its purpose for our people and our music? And I almost wonder all the time, are people afraid? Are they afraid that they're going to get backlash or that the powers that be will be upset? I think until we start that action and that conversation, we are going to see this happen time and time again. We have women like Summer Walker and Nicki Minaj who deserved nominations, and they did not get it because they're not popular enough, in my opinion. Now, speaking of Summer Walker, Kelly Rowland actually did speak out to defend Summer Walker not getting a Grammy nomination. Kelly Rowland said this: "Things that make you go, why is Summer Walker's album not nominated for a Grammy? It's so good, period." You also have Bia and Doja Cat showing love to Nicki Minaj by liking a comment on Twitter by The Shade Room. Nicki Minaj should have a Grammy for every room in her big house by now. She's being snubbed over and over again. And at this point, it's personal. Everyone who got Nicki nominated deserved it, but we can all agree that Nicki is being treated unfairly. So we actually saw Doja Cat and Bia like these tweets in support of Nicki Minaj. We love to see it. And I want to hear from you guys down below. What do you think about these topics? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a big thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and we'll talk very soon. Bye, guys.
I'm back out fresh on the scene. Franchise best on the team. Blue faces busting out the scene. New life is something like a dream. Back out fresh on the scene. Franchise best on the team. Blue faces busting out the scene. New life is something like a